Hey guys, welcome back to the Alpha Exchange YouTube channel. I'm your co-host Sylvia,
And I'm Justin.
and thank you for joining us for another video getting you started on your crypto journey. So for today's video, we're going to get you started on the centralized exchange and help you buy your first crypto. So some of you may be wondering, how do you do this? And one of the things we'll show you today is how to move fiat into crypto. So some of our newest viewers might be wondering, what is fiat? And how does that differ from crypto? So fiat is any government-backed denomination for regular money. So depending on where you're located in the world, that could be US dollars, British pound, or Canadian dollar, as for us here in Canada. So Justin, for people wanting to get started and move fiat into the centralized exchange, what are some of the methods one can do this?
Let's take a look. So if we go to the Binance Global website, so again, these will be slightly different options for our US residents. There's four main ways that we can move fiat denomination into a crypto exchange. So the first is a bank transfer, so a wire transfer into the exchange from your bank account, credit and debit card transactions, P2P trading or peer-to-peer. This is where you're sending an e-transfer, an email money transfer to another person within your country, and then they're giving you crypto. This is an arbitrated process through Binance or a monitored process through Binance. And then the other option is a third-party payment through one of Binance's providers, Simplex, Banxa, and Paxos. So if you've seen our previous video on MetaMask about using Wire and Transact, this is very similar. And again, you might have to use a service like this depending on your country of origin and what your banks may or may not allow you to transact with.
So given that there's four different types of methods, what are some of the pros and cons people should consider before using them?
Well, everything comes down to fees and times. So we're all trying to get into crypto because we want to take advantage of lower transaction fees, having freedom over our money, and really becoming our own international banker. However, the bank's still going to get you on fees getting your money into crypto. So the two things you always have to weigh against each other are the fees and the time. So your best option for moving large values is bank transfers or wire transfers, although there is a fee associated with this from your bank, anywhere from about $15 to $25. So unless you're doing larger transactions, it's not necessarily the best value. Credit and debit is very quick and can also have fairly low fees associated with it. Unfortunately, depending on your country of origin or the bank you're using for a provider, they may not allow transactions with Binance or other crypto exchanges. Peer-to-peer is very quick. Typically, you can have money within 30 to 45 minutes. There's no way for your bank to block the transaction because you're not sending it to an exchange, you're sending it to another person. However, you do have to go through the arbitrated process on Binance, and there's a couple steps you should observe in order to make that as safe as possible for yourself. And then the third-party payment option could take anywhere from a few minutes to a couple hours, depending on the interaction between Binance and the third-party seller, as well as your bank card. And also there'll be higher fees associated with that as well.
For any of our new viewers, is there one method or that you recommend for people getting started?
Yeah, definitely, Sylvia. So my personal recommendation would be to doing a peer-to-peer transfer or a Swift bank deposit. Although the bank deposit usually takes a few days to start initially, usually about a week. And then after that, transfers are much quicker, like minutes to hours. However, most people, once they get an exchange, they have an itch and they want to get into crypto. So my suggestion would be to do peer-to-peer trading, since it's quick, it's fast, and usually it's very well priced in terms of the fees associated with it. So let's take a look at peer-to-peer trading. So once you open the peer-to-peer trading window, you're going to want to select the fiat that you will be using. So again, fiat is going to be the denomination of the government issued money for your country or that your bank uses. In my case, it's Canadian. And then I have 6 separate options here. USDT Tether, which is a type of stable coin on the crypto networks that's used. Bitcoin, I can purchase directly. BUSD, which is Binance's version of a stable coin. BNB, which is Binance's exchange coin. It's what the platform runs on. ETH, and DAI, which is a stable coin for the Ethereum network. So let's take a look at USDT here. So for each USDT seller in here, I have a couple things I want to take a look at. One, the price that I'm getting. So you can compare this price to the exchange rated price for the day and see if this is good value or not. And these aren't set, these are set by the seller, so you can find good and bad deals depending on the time of day and who you can interact with. The other thing I strongly suggest people to look at is the number of orders they've had completed and the completion rate. So typically I recommend something above 80% and usually a few dozen to a few hundred orders they've completed. The other thing you'll have to take a look at is their limit here on the right hand side. So this means that this particular seller, Manhattan, will only accept orders between $500 and $1,218 in my denomination of choice, Canadian.
So the peer-to-peer option sounds like a great method for people first getting started. Do you have any tips or tricks of how our viewers can stay safe in this method?
Yeah, so one thing to keep in mind, since this is a time-limited transaction, you want to have your bank account open and logged in, ready to do that e-transfer, because you're going to need to add in the details of the seller that you're interacting with, their name, their email address. The other thing that I strongly recommend is when you go through this process, once you send the funds to the other party, take a screen capture of the confirmed transaction and then paste that into the transaction window, into the chat window. This way, if anything happens during the process, Binance has a record that you were altruistic in the transaction and you did what you said you were going to do and transferred the funds, and they can ensure that the crypto was released to you and that no malactors occurred.
Great. That's an excellent tip for making sure that our viewers are staying safe. So there you have it, guys. That's it for today's video. We want to get you started and get your fiat into crypto and get you trading. So let us know how this video went for you. We'd love to hear how these steps were executed when you first tried these transactions. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and drop us a comment down below. And don't forget, we are streaming live on Twitch 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you get stuck in any of these steps or you have a question, feel free to drop by the channel and one of our online personalities will be able to help you complete the process.
Don't forget to check out our description below the video. Hit us up on our socials, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. And be sure to join the Discord where all the trading happens. Be sure to check our Linktree as well for referral codes for signing up to other exchange platforms to help you save on those trading fees.
Until next time.
Peace.